Hello and welcome. My name is Jenny J, and today we are doing yoga for office warriors. So, if you are always on a desk, sitting down, hunching over, this is going to be especially important for you to do because we're going to help elongate your spine. We're going to help you stand taller and hopefully prevent any injury in the future. To join me today, we have Phoebe in studio, and then we also have Angie who's tuning in via Zoom. As you can tell, we're sitting in a very interesting position. So, for options or for equipment, rather, you'll want to make sure to grab lots of pillows or cushions or blocks to help support you in this first pose. So let's go ahead and find a kneeling position. I have Phoebe who's actually crisscrossed her knees or her legs rather. I want you to find a position that you can maintain for the next 5 to 10 minutes. So we have pillows stacked up on top of each other, and we're sitting on the pillows and allowing those feet to come out to the sides. So I'm going to give you a few moments to get settled in. And then once you're ready, you can place those hands on your thighs. You can allow those palms to face down or up. And I want you to make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall, okay? So starting from the hip girdle, you want to make sure that it's in a neutral position. You want to press the belly button into your spine, elongate the spine, and then make sure that your shoulders are stacked directly on top of those hips. So we're not leaning forward, we're not leaning back, we're not going side to side. We're just straight on top, okay? Now from here, I'd love for you to close those eyes and just take a few moments to breathe normally. You can allow those lips to stay sealed as you inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Allow yourself to feel grounded and connected to the earth beneath you. Allow yourself to soften your eyelids, the space between your eyebrows, your shoulders away from your ears. Notice if you're carrying any tension in your low belly. Can you let it go? This yoga flow is definitely going to be more restorative, so we're going to take things really easy today. So I want you to enjoy your poses, really connect to your body, and allow your body to move the way it wants to. So when you're ready, you can slowly blink your eyes open, and we're gonna go into some easy shoulder circles. So slowly bring those shoulders to the ears and slowly start to bring them back and down. Creating nice, easy shoulder circles. Just feeling, taking any awareness and taking notice of how those shoulders feel. Maybe they're a little creaky, maybe a little cracky. We slowly want to just warm up our body. Now from here, let's reverse that circle, bring those shoulders forward. You can keep a nice soft gaze looking forward, or if it feels better, you can close those eyes. Now from here, we're going to bring our hands in the shoulder circle. So let's bring those hands down, forward, up to the sky, and then back behind you, opening up that chest. Trying to find your range of motion. Now, if you have any shoulder injuries or impingements, your shoulder circle might be a lot more smaller, and that's totally okay. The point of these shoulder circles is to make sure that you go at a range of motion that feels good. We don't want to exacerbate any injuries or make things any worse. This is all about just restoring your body. From here, let's reverse, bring that circle forward. Feeling your chest open. Beautiful job, ladies. And from here, let's bring those hands back towards the hips or the thighs and just find a nice, easy, comfortable position. Now from here, we're gonna go into easy neck stretches. So you're gonna drop the chin down to the chest, feeling that stretch along the back of the neck, and then lift your chin up to the sky. So we're just nodding your head down and up. We're not pushing, we're not forcing. Again, you can close those eyes if you'd like to. And then from here, let's bring it back to center. Now you're going to look right and then left. You should feel a nice stretch along the side of the neck. Make sure that your shoulders are away from those ears, relieving tension in your neck if you ever feel stressed throughout the day. These simple stretches can really help you to just relieve tension. And then come back to center. Good. From here, we're gonna tilt our head right and left. So you're gonna tilt your right ear to your right shoulder, and then tilt your left ear to your left shoulder. This should feel really, really good. Again, nice and easy here. Now, a lot of these stretches you can do at your desk or when you're watching TV. We can always use some stress relief. And then from here, we're gonna make a big circle with our neck. So starting from center, we're gonna drop our chin down to our chest and start to make some big circles all the way around. Close those eyes and just enjoy. You can allow those shoulders to kind of move with your head. If you want your spine to get a nice relief here, feel free to allow those shoulders to sway. And then once you feel good, going one way, let's reverse. Go the other way. Now, if at any point your knees start to lose circulation, or if this pose does not serve you anymore, you're more than welcome to come to a crisscrossed position, just like how Phoebe is. And then we're gonna come back to a neutral position. All right, so we're gonna go into our forearms. So especially when we're texting a lot or on the computer typing, we gotta stretch things out. So let's bring those hands in front of us. Your palms are facing forward, and you're almost like trying to flip your fingers towards your nose. From here, we're gonna drop our fingers down towards the mat and then bring them back up. So we're just going down and up. Feeling those forearm muscles start to flex and extend. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Flip those palms to face forward. From here, you're gonna use your left hand to pull those fingers back behind you, or almost towards like your top of your forearm. Stretching out the underside of your forearm. This should feel really good. And then from here, let's reverse it. We're gonna flip our palms or our fingers to face the mat, and now you're gonna pull those fingers back, stretching the front or the top of the forearm. Good, let's switch sides. So left hand, fingers are pointing up. Use your right hand to pull those fingers back. And then from here, flip those palms. Hand is pulling back towards the underside of your forearm. Good. From here, let's bring those hands to face forward again, and then nice big circles. You can kind of like go in the same direction, or you can go inwards like Phoebe. So do whatever works for you, but just make sure you reverse it. So switch directions. Awesome. Good. Let's shake it out. We're gonna do a little bit more with our forearms. So let's flip our palms to face forward. Our fingers are gonna be facing our knees here. I'm going to plant my entire palm down. My hips lift up just a little bit. And then as I sit my hips back and down, I'm gonna find a really deep stretch along the bottom of my forearms. Do you feel that, Phoebe? This should feel really, really good. especially when we're texting and we're just kind of using our hands for so many different things. We tend to forget that these are muscles that, if we don't take care of them, lead to overuse. They can lead to arthritis, carpal tunnel. So it's really important that we stretch everything out. From here, let's flip our palms. So now the top of your palm is now facing down towards the mat. My fingers are still facing my knees, and then I'm using my hips to sink back to find a deep stretch along the top of the forearms. Good. From here, we're going to bring the palms down, and then we're going to have our fingers facing the right and left side of the mat. Now we're going to sway our body right and left. This is really good mobility, stretching. So again, I hope that by taking this class, you can use this every single day. You can take some of these practices, take some of these stretches, and continue to do it daily. Now from here, a very weird mobility exercise that we're going to do is, again, let's flip the top of the hand to the mat. Fingers are facing your knees, and then you're going to clench your fingers into your palms like a monkey, like you're trying to clench something in your hands and then release it. A little weird, huh? A little funky. But this is really helping our mobility. This is helping our strength in our grip muscles, our forearm muscles. So just keep doing that. Closing in, releasing, closing in, and releasing. Good. Awesome job. All right. Let's slowly come back to our seated position, and let's go into a new position here. So let's bring those pillows to the side. From here, we're going to go into some posture strengthening exercises. So we're going to come into our all fours position. You're going to stack the shoulders on top of those wrists, hips on top of knees, nice flat back. We're going to go through a set of cat and cow. So on your inhale, eyes gaze forward, arch the spine, shoulder blades are back and down. Then on your exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, pelvis tucks under. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Find a neutral position here. Now we're going to extend our right leg back behind us. Toes are pointing down towards the mat. And then you're going to extend your left fingers. Fingers are touching the mat here. Using our core, we're going to lift our right leg and our left hand up to a bird dog, energy reaching through your fingers and your toes, and then at the same time, the hand and leg lower down. We're going to do that again. We lift and lower. Keep doing this. This is helping us to connect to our back muscles. This is going to help strengthen your upper back and your upper shoulders, negating all of the hunching that we do throughout the day. We'll stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, let's reset. Awesome work. And from here, let's extend our left toes back behind us. Right fingers are pointing down towards the mat. Make sure your eyes are looking down, lengthen the back of the neck. From here, we lift our hand and leg up at the same time, lower down with control. Up and down at your own time, making sure that you're not collapsing into your left shoulder, but rather lifting up and out. We're here for 5. And 4, 3, keep that core engagement, 2, and 1. Good, reset. Awesome job. Why don't we sit back in a child's pose? We haven't done that today, so let's go ahead and widen those knees nice and wide. Big toes touch. Hands reach forward as we bring the forehead down towards the mat, lengthening the spine.
Breathe into your side body. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Again, inhale. Exhale. When you're ready, we're going to walk our hands over to the left side of the mat. Feeling a nice stretch along our lat muscles, all the way down to our hips. This should feel really good for your spine. It's important that we move our spine in all different directions. Slowly walk your hands over to the right side. And then from here, let's slowly bring those hands back to center. We're going to press into our palms and then come all the way to our tummies. So let's lay it on down. All right. So we're going to do a little bit of back strengthening, a little bit of stretching as well. So the first exercise or stretch that we're going to do is a scorpion stretch. So let's bring those hands right underneath the shoulders. Your eyes are looking down. Now let's extend our right hand to a T position on the floor. So extend it nice and long out to the side. Then you're gonna flip your left heel towards your glute. From here, we're gonna press into this left palm and then bring this foot behind our body. Toes reach down towards the floor. You can even plant your entire foot if you can, and allow your head to relax on the mat to find this beautiful stretch along your low back, your oblique muscles that run down your abs, the side of the body. You should feel a nice stretch along your chest and your shoulders. From here, let's slowly bring it back to center. You're going to bring the right palm underneath the shoulder. Extend the left hand out nice and long. Flip the right heel into the glute. And then using your right hand, press into the mat as you find your twist to the other side. Hopefully you're feeling really good, just allowing yourself to surrender to the pose, relax. Send your breath to areas in your body where you feel tight. And slowly make your way back to center. We're gonna bring those hands underneath the shoulders again, and then let's extend them nice and long forward. We're gonna do a little bit of back strengthening, so we have an alternating Superman. The eyes are looking down towards the floor. Just like the bird dog that we did, we're gonna reach our right hand and left leg up to the sky, as high as we can go, trying to lift your chest off the floor, trying to lift your upper thigh off the floor. Slowly come back down to the mat, release, and then switch sides. Left arm, right leg. Keep doing this at your own time, lifting, holding it for maybe 2 or 3 seconds, and then slowly coming back down. If you do this every single day, I promise you, your core is gonna strengthen. You're gonna be standing up taller. Great job. Make sure that you're squeezing your tushy, keeping it nice and tight, lifting the chest off the floor as high as you can. We're here for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Let's bring those hands back underneath the shoulders. Let's come up to our child's pose one last time. Take a nice easy breath here. Let it go. And when you're ready, let's come to a downward facing dog. So we're gonna tuck those toes under, pike those hips up nice and high. And if it feels good, you can pedal those heels right and left. Stretch out the calves, hamstrings, shoulders, back. And then once you're ready, you can find stillness. Pressing those heels into the mat, chest pressing into the thighs. All 10 knuckles are gripping the mat. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Now from here, let's slowly walk our feet towards our hands. Let's keep them about shoulder distance apart, slight bend in those knees. We're going to slowly make our way to a stand, stacking each vertebrae on top of each other, nice and slow, until you come up all the way.
Now let's make sure that we have really good posture here. Since we are focusing on posture today, let's make sure that we're standing properly. So the feet are firmly gripped into the mat. Your pelvis is in a neutral position, so you're not arching, you're not tucking under, you're just right about in the middle. Keep a soft bend in those knees. Press the belly button into the spine, and let's have those palms face forward. Shoulders are back and down. Open up that chest. Your chin is parallel to the floor. Keep a soft gaze here, and take a nice big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Again, inhale and exhale. And one more inhale and exhale. Beautiful job. We're gonna go into a star pose. So let's come on to the side of the mat. So let's kind of shift our bodies facing one way. We will start with our heels pointing in, our toes are pointing out. Let's make sure that our feet are wider than shoulder distance here. Take up lots of space. Now let's bring those hands up into a star. So you're reaching and bursting energy through those fingers in opposite directions, finding that open chest, open your heart. And then from here, let's connect those palms up to the sky, bend deeply into those legs, and find a goddess pose. And I want you to make sure that those knees are pressing out so that they're in line with your toes here. So we don't want to see any caving of the knees. Press them out. You're standing nice and tall, bending deeply into those legs, getting those quads to fire up. And then from here, we're going to inhale those hands back up to the sky. Let's parallel those feet so toes are pointing towards the front of your mat. And from here, we're gonna fold forward. Hands come all the way down to the floor. If you need some assistance and can't reach all the way, you're more than welcome to put your hands on a pillow or a block. But allow your head, your back, and your neck to just release. Allow your spine to lengthen. Shift your weight towards the balls of your feet. Close your eyes and just breathe. If it feels good, we can do a couple of different variations. So with your hands, you can either keep them where they are, or you can grab for your ankles and find a deeper stretch. You can even reach those hands underneath your legs. Or you can also clasp for your elbows and do more of a ragdoll pose stretch. So do whatever feels good for you. Now from here, we're gonna come into a mini half lift. So hands come back towards the mat here. You're gonna lengthen the spine, so just open up the chest. We're gonna plant the left palm in the center of our mat. From here, we extend our right hand up to the sky, finding a nice twist. Eyes maybe gaze up to the sky. If you wanna take a deeper stretch, you can bring this right hand behind your back, hook it underneath your left hip, and using that grip, you can press into the leg and open up the shoulders. Such a great way to get that spine to open up, to get those shoulders to open up as well. Awesome. I love how Angie has found a wrap here, so you can do whatever variation works for you. Now when you're ready, let's slowly release our binds. We're going to inhale that right hand back up to the sky, and then exhale, plant the right hand down. Beautiful job. From here, come into your half lift again, lengthen the spine. Right palm is now in the center of the mat as we inhale the left hand up to the sky. If you took a wrap or a bind on the other side, feel free to take it here.
Wrapping that left hand around your back, hooking your fingers underneath the hip, and pressing into that leg to open up the elbow, open up the shoulders. Good. From here, let's slowly release our binds. Inhale that left hand back up to the sky, and exhale, place both hands down towards the mat. Beautiful job. From here, let's bend those knees deeply as we round the spine, coming up to a standing pose. Beautiful job. Let's inhale those hands up nice and high, and exhale, let it go. Awesome. We're gonna finish off with a few more stretches on our backs. So when you're ready, let's just come down to our mat and make your way to your back. We'll finish off with a spinal twist here. So you're gonna cross that right knee, you're gonna hug that right knee into the chest, and then cross that knee over to the left as you gaze to the right. Opening up the chest, keeping both shoulders planted on the mat. This should feel so good for your low back. And then slowly come back to center. Let's switch sides. Cross that hug the left knee into the chest. And then cross it over to the right side. From here, let's come back to center. We're gonna bend the knees, plant the feet on the floor about shoulder distance apart. We're gonna go up into a bridge. So hands are placed right next to the hips. On your next inhale, you're gonna drive into those heels as you press those hips up to the sky. Make sure to tuck that pelvis under using your glutes to press those hips up, and then slowly release back down one vertebrae at a time. Good. Let's do that one more time. On your next inhale, drive into those heels, tuck that pelvis under, squeeze the booty, lift up a little bit higher, and then slowly come back down. Let's hug those knees into the chest, and let's find a happy baby. Let's bring those knees nice and wide, grab the soles of the feet, stamp those feet towards the sky, press the tailbone down towards the mat. When you're ready, let's hug those knees back into the chest. We're gonna roll on up to a seated position. Come into whatever position works for you. You can come to that kneeling position. You can crisscross those legs. And because we've worked on our spine, let's make sure that we finish nice and strong. So let's pull those shoulders back and down. Open up that chest. Close those eyes. And take a nice big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. I hope you feel amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope to see you again.